Yai nai 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 yana nai nai. Oh. Shabbat shalom. You all sound so great. Well, welcome to the Tish. So, by way of framing a little bit, first I'm going to take a little schluck, a little bit of sip of water.
You have whiskey also here. Be careful.
Ah, great. So, we'll make a l'chaim before we start singing again. So, by way of framing a little bit, I want to bring in a teaching from one of the great American rabbis, Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel. Heschel has a beautiful book that he wrote in the early 1950s called The Sabbath. Really, I consider it essential reading. So, after Shabbat ends, feel free to order it on Thrift Books, Abe Books, wherever you get your books from. And he talks about Shabbat as a palace in time. That it doesn't exist in the corporeal realm. It's a holy time. So he writes, the meaning of the Sabbath is to celebrate time rather than space. 6 days a week, we live under the tyranny of things of space. And on the Sabbath, we try to become attuned to holiness in time. It is a day on which we are called upon to share in what is eternal in time, to turn from the results of creation to the mystery of creation. The seventh day is a palace in time which we build. It is made of soul, of joy, and reticence. So I want to invite us over the next bit of time that we're together, get a snack, get a drink, whatever feels like it will fill you up and replenish you. And also think about how we can together here build a palace in time. In this holy space we are in right now, how can we make the time that we spend together holy and sacred? We're going to sing a few songs. They're all on this beautifully designed sheet in front of you. Some are in Hebrew, some are in English. The 3 songs in Hebrew that we're going to be singing come from the Kabbalat Shabbat service. One from Yedid Nefesh, the piyut, the liturgical poem that begins Friday night, and the other 2 are short passages from the Psalms that we sing on Kabbalat Shabbat. And I want to think of an intention that comes from Maimonides, Rambam, where Rambam teaches us that it is not the quantity of the words you speak or you sing, but the quality of the words you sing. So we're going to repeat the words over and over and over again until we really feel them. We're going to change our tempo. We're going to change our volume. If you want to stand, you can stand. If you want to sit, you can sit. Whatever will help you feel attuned to the intention, to the kavanah of the moment. But yeah, really think about the quality of the words, not the quantity. If you yourself, and then one other intention I want to set is that after we sing, I'm someone who feels very comfortable with silence. I love talking, and I also love being silent. And I think some of the most beautiful moments I've ever experienced are the moments of sheer quiet after a room full of people are singing. So we're going to sing together, we're going to be quiet, we're going to be loud. I also want to give us permission to be silent together and to only hear our breath and maybe a little shake of the tablecloth, pouring of a whiskey, of some water, of some lemonade. And I want to invite people also that if they have a story that they'd like to share, something that comes to them, a story from their week, a story from their life that they feels relevant to the content of what we just sang or whatever else, I want to welcome that into this space as well. That this is, we're at the head of the table, but this is our Tish. This is all of ours. We all own this. We are all taking responsibility for this space. So we're going to sing that Nigun we just sang, the Kane Street Nigun by Joey Weisenberg. We'll take a moment of silence, and then we're going to go into our songs. Nine, 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 nine. Tinny nine, 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 nine. Tinny nine, 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 oh, yeah, nine, nine, oh. Nine, 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 oh. Tinny nine, 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 oh, yeah, nine, nine, oh. Nine, 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 oh. Tinny nine, 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 oh, yeah, nine, nine, oh. Nine, 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 oh. Tinny nine, 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 oh. L'chaim. Shabbat shalom. So the first song we really sing in Kabbalat Shabbat, many traditions of Judaism, not in all traditions of Judaism, but is this piyut, this liturgical poem Yedid Nefesh. I think Yedid Nefesh is like really a love song. Like I think like really, truly it is a love song. And that's such a hard, like Yedid Nefesh literally means like the beloved, like the companion of my soul. Like, of course, within the poem, like, you know, it is about us to God, but we can really extrapolate from there. It's not only that. And so to the point where my friend Yiftach, whose birthday was actually yesterday, a friend of mine in Jerusalem, I encouraged him and his husband Ziv to walk down the aisle to Yedid Nefesh. They listened to me, but that's okay, like whatever, I can get over it. But I think the Yedid Nefesh comes, the last verse of Yedid Nefesh, last stanza, starts with these words, Higalena ufros chaviv alai et sukat shlomecha. My beloved, reveal yourself and spread upon me the shelter of your peace. I think when we think about a palace in time, one made of soul, of joy, of reticence, and we're asking for this cover, that we're not only covered in space by the privilege and luck we have to be this gorgeous building, that we're actually asking for something deeper than that, something to be covered spiritually and emotionally and to be whole in that way. So this is a melody by composer Shir Hadash, and yeah, we'll go from there. Gale, 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 na ufros chavivi Allah That's it all over and over and again. Gale, 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 na ufros chavivi Allah. Sukat Chaim. So I grew up going to summer camp, Reform Movement Summer Camp, Wisconsin, Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, Olin Singh Ruby Union Institute, Azrui. And every Friday night we would do this like big gathering. We like all like 600 kids, 100 staff, like crammed into this tiny room, like possibly bigger than this room. I don't know. We were definitely breaking every fire code you could possibly break. Called Port Hall, if you were curious. Ulam Port. And we normally played Gaga, but on Friday nights, it would turn into like a thunderdome of music. And like our voices would refract and bounce off the walls. And we would sing like with so much like ruach, so much spirit, like it was perhaps frightening to those who were not initiated to it. I remember being a counselor for little kids and having to take some of them outside because it was a little too overwhelming even. And there's a song that we sing, lyrics from the Psalms and the music by Cantor Jeff Klepper, Kol Beseder, a classic Reformed Jewish band. This was like the peak of it. This was like, wow, we're doing Or Zarua, like, let's get crazy. And then my friend, Rabbi Jackson Mercer, who got ordained a few years ago, rabbi in Boston, he taught me another way to sing this that builds. And it starts off quiet, and it allows the energy to organically grow within it. So that's my intention with this, and we're gonna see where it goes, because I think one of the beautiful things about singing with people is that it really it depends on where the energy in the room is. Like, you can't predict it. It grows organically and by itself. So we're just gonna see what happens. We're gonna see where our energy leads us in this moment. Yeah, and again, like, if you don't know it yet, you'll catch on. I believe in all of you, truly. Zarua לצדיק ולישרי לב שמחה. אור זרוע שמחה, ולשלב שמחה. אוצרו על הצדיק ולשלב שמחה, ולשלב שמחה. לצדיק ולשלב שמחה. אור זרוע לצדיק ולשלב שמחה. אור זרוע לצדיק ולשלב שמחה, ולשלב שמחה.
You're doing all those lechaims with only one cup. They're very little sips, Rabbi.
There's secrets.
Like
you know,
it's-
there's tricks to the trade.
Lechaim, like every time you throw lechaim, like,
Well, you don't got to do a whole drink on the l'chaim. I mean, there's no halakha about that, you know? It's
like what is kesait? Like how much is like an olive?
it's an excellent question. Yeah, so I think, a minimum of a l'chaim, a l'chaim perhaps the minimum unit of a l'chaim is a sip. I think a l'chaim is a sip. That's how I rule. I'm not a rabbi yet, but like that will be codified come May 26th. You heard it here first. Yeah.
3 were sitting in Los Gatos, and one was asking like, how much? But water, like you had drunk more.
Yeah, oh yeah,
So
totally.
like in comparison, like you are more into water than into whiskey.
I mean, I got it depends on the moment, but yeah, I like water. What can I say? I enjoy it. Yeah.
So it's not a fa.
No, it's not measure for measure. Certainly not.
Okay.
No. So I'll ask a question to the crowd here. Next song we're going to sing is from Psalm 92, which is a psalm for Shabbat. Let's sing a song for Shabbat. It is good to give thanks to God at the bottom of the first page. Like in these two lines, Ki simachtani ya b'foalecha b'maaseh yadecha avanen. Your effort, God, makes me happy. Your handiwork makes me sing. I'm curious, what is something from this week that you're proud of? What's a moment this week where you felt joy in the things that you did, things that you made, something you created, something you yourself did? Can you say your name and just what you're...
But I FaceTime with my granddaughter and her child, so I'm a great grandma of a 6-month-old and a 5-month-old. Joy for my creation.
Mazal tov,
No
mazal
patronizing,
tov.
but you did it.
You did it. Mazal tov, mazal tov. Anyone else?
I tried a new recipe.
What's your name? Tell us. Mark, yeah.
I tried a new recipe for rye bread this afternoon.
Oh. You didn't bring any to share with us. Yeah.
My precious.
Someone else, your name and something you're proud of that you this week, a moment that brought you joy. Yeah, here we are.
I'm Viva, and I was on leave last year. I came back this year and didn't have my office space anymore. And recently I found a new office space, and it's got this beautiful window, and it was very dusty, but I dusted it off, and I brought in some flowers and some things, and felt like, oh, this is a nice space here.
Wonderful. Yeah, please. Name and what makes you proud?
And I realized that my exercise happy place is functional training. For those of you that didn't know what it means. And I got back to my happy place.
I'm Linda, and we had, I'm speaking for both of us, I'm sorry. We had a 2-hour conversation with our daughter who lives in Idaho the other night. And it was, I felt like that we had given her advice, because she has a troubled life right now. And we felt like we had given her advice, and good advice for her, and the way that she responded to us was, what would I do without you? Kind of thing.
Wow.
That was my greatest joy, and I felt like that was something to be proud of in that conversation.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, way to go, babe.
Wow,
That was. So I was at my happy place today, not today, but Thursday. Linda and I have a boat, and we are very, very avid sailors. And even though sometimes you have to do a lot of work with the boat, that's part of the joy for us. And I spent some time, most of all day Thursday, being on the boat and doing some of the necessary things that need to happen, so.
I did not participate in that joy.
It was my happy place.
I love it. I love it. I love
My
it.
happy place is when we're pulling out of the slip.
Yes, not to.
Yeah, right over here. Yeah.
My name's Cormac, and I've had like a stormy, you know, a little hectic and irritating week, and today was especially rough, so I wasn't planning on coming to services, but I want to say I forced myself, but I'm happy I came, so.
We're your joy, Cormac?
Yes, you are my joy.
Carmick, and Carmick, I'll just tell you that we're glad you came also. So we're very happy you're here. Yeah, please.
Hi, I'm Joanne. I decided it was time to declutter.
Mm.
And I had been poo-pooing that whole Marie Kondo thing and much more shabby chic and like stuff everywhere. It was overwhelming. I have taken 6 huge garbage bags to Goodwill. It doesn't even crack a dent, but it sure feels lighter.
Beautiful. Yeah. Oh my God.
Some of y'all don't know this. What's my name?
Say your Spanish name.
Now let me get.
You don't know it?
Say your Spanish name.
Michael. And
Miguel.
some of you guys don't know this, but during the pandemic, I studied to become a strength and conditioning coach. I like to read about exercise more than doing it. But this week I started teaching a young friend of mine to run. It's one of my happy places.
Beautiful. Let's get like maybe 1 or 2 more people. Yeah, please.
My name's Molly. I had an experience this week where I made a huge mistake. I don't even know how I did it, but I purposely canceled our car insurance. We bought a new car, canceled our car insurance, thinking that the car and the insurance go together. Apparently they don't. I told my husband thinking I did the right thing, and he's like, well, now we don't have insurance for 24 hours. And he laughed, and he was so gracious about it. And like for me, that was such a huge moment of like learning for teaching myself like I need to be like that. Because quite honestly, if the shoe had been on the other foot, I would have been raging. It's just so like, okay, honey, well, I'll take an Uber to work tomorrow, and the next day we'll have insurance. And it just made me so proud and happy. And also like, okay, Molly, remember this for the next time next time he ever messes up, you have to be gracious.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. So yeah, I guess I'll just say that for me, like, I arrived into Los Gatos yesterday afternoon around 12. I went to the Purple Onion Cafe for lunch with my friend who lives in Berkeley, and just a real moment of joy for me was like, my friend very graciously let me take a nap in the car while he was driving. Better than say while I was driving. And I like opened my eyes like 2 minutes outside of Los Gatos. And I was like, are we like what? We're like, we're on this like terrible stretch of highway from like Berkeley to here. And I was like, okay, whatever, like it'll be fine. And I opened my eyes, and I'm in like the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my entire life.
Capitán, Los Gatos.
Maybe from Boston it feels a little different, but I don't know. But I don't know if you guys are used to it. But like for me, I really felt like, wow, like this is gorgeous.
Place is this?
Yeah, like I felt like very like my mom's favorite movie is Wizard of Oz, and so we watched it together about a month ago, and I was like, wow, like I'm not in Kansas anymore. So we're gonna sing this song, Kisi Machtani Ya B'fo Alecha, V'masei Yadecha Aranen. Your effort, God, makes me happy. Your handiwork makes me sing. Sorry, the key's too low. We're just gonna change it right now. Sorry, that's too high. We're just gonna go back to the other one. I apologize. We're giving ourselves permission to act in rough draft. It's an important piece of self-kindness to give. שימחתני, יא בפועלך, כי שימחתני, יא בפועלך, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, כי שימחתני, יא בפועלך, כי שימחתני, יא בפועלך, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, כי שימחתני, יא בפועלך, כי שימחתני, יא בפועלך, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, כי שימחתני, יא בפועלך, כי שימחתני, יא בפועלך, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, כי שימחתני, יא בפועלך, כי שימחתני, יא בפועלך, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, למעשה ידיך ארנן, כי שימחתני, יא בפועלך, כי שימחתני, יא בפועלך, במעשה ידיך ארנן, מעשה ידיך ארנן, מעשה ידיך ארנן, במעשה ידיך ארנן, כי שימחתני, יא בפועלך, כי שימחתני, יא בפועלך, במעשה ידיך ידך ארנן, במעשה ידך ארנן, במעשה ידך ארנן. So our last two songs are intentions, because I think, a chord.
I was just giving Nico a thumbs up. He was goofing around with his voice. That's worthy of celebration.
Totally, I completely agree.
Because I got tempted by him. I was wondering, did you feel bullied with the L'chaim thing? Like, because you didn't say L'chaim, and I felt that we were missing something. Can you say L'chaim?
L'chaim, 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 L'chaim. Oh my God, thank you. And a cookie.
I remember great, like with the cookie and the tea, like you'll be able to sing perfectly. So then I'm like, don't sit too near, right? We used to play a game actually in camp in Argentina. Like we used to eat, we used to. No, you spoke about sharing the light, and so we used to share the germs. And the way in which we did it, there was a competition. It was about who breaks first. The word match like matches in Spanish is fósforo. Can you say fósforo? No, imagine what it is to say fósforo. Like a fruit, like fósforo. And then, if you want to say a small fósforo, it's fosforito. Try to say fosforito. Now imagine that you fill your mouth with crackers. You're supposed to chew them a little bit, and then you stay in front of a friend and says, fosforito, fosforito, fosforito. And that was my camp experience, my Jewish camp experience. Doesn't sound like you're Osrui singing or Sarwal at Tzadik, but we show the crackers.
But what's amazing about that, is that,
Try it. Like when you go home tonight, eat a bunch of crackers and say fosforito. And you tell me later.
Well, what's great is that, I think, your experience, my experience, both of them brought us to this moment. So, we have to, I think,
That's very nice, Rabbi. You know what?
There are many paths to the Tish. There are many ways to get to the Tish. One is crackers, one is orzarua in a packed room. So, it all gets you here. It all gets you here.
We did play Gaga also.
Not for this Tish, but for perhaps another Tish, God willing, that I will say that the history of Gaga as a sport is quite fascinating. Tablet has a very maybe a 2,000-word article about it. I would say it's pretty wild. Not necessarily for right now, but feel free to come to me tomorrow. I'm happy to talk to you more about it, because I need to review, I think, a little bit before I commit to that story. So the last two songs we're going to sing with intentions, I think, because so in the Talmud, in Babylonian Talmud, we learn that Shabbat is me'en olam haba, that Shabbat is a taste of the world to come. And I think for me, what part of the mission of Shabbat is to take this palace and time we have cultivated, this soul, this joy, this reticence that we've made here, and we have to think about how do we bring a little bit of Shabbat into every day? How do we bring a little bit of that soul, a little bit of that joy into every moment that we can live in? That God willing, that the vision for the world to come is not just an amorphous one, but it's one that we are actively working towards together. So this next song, it's by Bati Levine, and it's just, may I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive the light. That's it. That's all we can ask for. May may I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full, may I be full, open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. I invite you to stand with me. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. We're going to stay standing for the last song. This is an old spiritual, gospel spiritual. I like this song for a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons why I like it is that it's a game also. It's not only a song. I like a little game in a song. It's always fun that way. So this is what's called a zipper song, where you sort of replace the words as you go along, and anyone here can place words whatever they want. And so I'm going to teach you the chorus first, and then you're gonna learn the verses. So repeat after me. When I come to the end of the road, when I come to the end of the road, and I lay down my heavy load, and I lay down my heavy load. Let's do it all together. When I come to the end of the road, and I lay down my heavy load. Let me sing the last second part one more time. And I lay down, just me. And I lay down my heavy load. And I lay down my heavy load. And I lay down my kippah, clearly. Let's do it all together. When I come to the end of the road, and I lay down my heavy load. Beautiful. So, this is how the verses go. You're just going to repeat after me. May the life I lead, may the life I lead, may the life I lead, speak for me. Speak for me. May the life I lead, may the life I lead. It's a little tricky the second time around because you start on the lead. You start on the set, a little tricky, but you're going to get it. So let's do it for the second time. May the life I lead, may the life I lead, speak for me. Speak for me. When I come to the end of the road, and I lay down my heavy load, may the life, just me, call and response. May the life I lead, speak for me. Speak for me. Beautiful. So it's all call and response except for that middle bit of when I come to the end of the road, I lay my heavy load. So try it one more time, then I'll play the game. You know, confusing?
No. I'm confused. I didn't say you are confused. I'm not good following instructions.
So, may the life I lead, may the life I lead, speak for me. Speak for me. May the life I lead, speak for me. Speak for me. When I come to the end of the road, and I lay down my heavy load, may the life I lead, speak for me. Speak for me. May the songs I sing, speak for me. Speak for me. May the songs I sing, speak for me. Speak for me. When I come to the end of the road, and I lay down my heavy load, may the songs I sing, speak for me. Speak for me. May the work I do, speak for me. Speak for me. May the work I do, speak for me. Speak for me. When I come to the end of the road, and I lay down my heavy load, may the work I do, speak for me. Speak for me. May the words I speak, speak for me. Speak for me. May the words I speak, speak for me. Speak for me. When I come to the end of the road, and I lay down my heavy load, may the words I speak, speak for me. Speak for me. Now want to invite anyone who has one that they want to share. May the blank I blank speak for me. May the dances I dance speak for me. May the dances I dance speak for me. When I come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load. May the dances I dance speak for me.
When the friends I make.
Do it. Go for it.
When the friends I make.
May the friends I make
Speak for me.
speak for me.
May the friends I make.
May the friends I make
Speak for me.
speak for me. When I come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load.
May the friends I make.
May the friends I make
Speak for me.
speak for me. Huh? Do it. You go. You got it. May the thoughts I think speak for me. May the thoughts I think speak for me. When I come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load. May the thoughts I think speak for me.
May the jokes I make
May the jokes I make
speak for me.
speak for me.
May the jokes I make
May the jokes I make
speak for me.
speak for me. When I come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load.
May the jokes I make
May the jokes I make
speak for me.
speak for me. One more. Let's do one more.
May the people I help
May the people I help speak for me. May the people I help speak for me. When I come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load. May the people I help speak for me. May the life I lead speak for me.
Speak for me.
May the life I lead speak for me.
Speak for me.
When I come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load. May the people I help, may the jokes I make, may the thoughts I think, may the friends I make, may the dances I dance, may the words I speak, may the work I do, may the path I walk, may the songs I sing, may the life I lead, speak for me. Shabbat shalom.
יישר כוח רבי. Not mentioned, but it was excellent. Very, very, very special.